All right, people. You already know what it is. We're back and we're live once again. It is your boy BJ from No Filter MMA. I am also joined by my boy Taylor from One Up MMA.
What's
Some of
up?
the best articles you're gonna find online, and also joined by Brandon, one of the admins of the most successful Facebook group on Facebook, MMA
Hell
Free.
yeah.
All right. All right. So
Get it.
let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got a lot. We got a lot. I think, guys, I think this card right here. We put a lot of effort into this card. This is a pretty important card, man.
We talked a lot about it.
we talked a lot about this card. But the card delivered. Wouldn't you guys say it delivered?
Oh yes,
yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Yeah, man. I would say it delivered. I was pretty, it kept me interested the whole time, which was even through the prelims, and I was tuned in the entire time. So I rather enjoyed the card. What were some standout fights that you guys seen?
The loss. Oh, definitely. You got to go with Cowboy. But the loss, Bilal Muhammad lost, but that fight was that dude's got some heart.
That was a
he took a beating.
Fight. He did. Yeah, he did. But Bilal Muhammad is so tough. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of fighters that people gravitate towards. Those tough, like Justin.
Definitely.
Those guys.
I've met Bilal. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah. That fight.
The ending of that fight did not show who won the fight, though.
No.
Bilal, he gets dropped like a head kick, and he just keeps coming.
Yeah, he does, dude. That guy's tough. Absolutely. So let me ask you: did this card live up, guys, to be, especially with the prelims was the only things that was shown on ESPN?
I mean only two fights were really hyped. The Cowboy fight and then the Cejudo fight. So, I thought it did better than advertised because they only advertised those two fights.
So, real quick, I wanted to ask you guys because I wasn't quite sure because I streamed the fights. So, the early prelims were on ESPN Plus.
Yes.
The prelims were on ESPN, the regular channel.
Yep.
And then the main card was back on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, is that not too much? I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that bounce around like that? Is this what we're gonna get every time?
I hope not, because it was fucking weird.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Like, I like it better when it was like Fox Sports 1 had everything, and then you had to go to Fox, the main card. I don't want to go back and forth. Come on.
Yeah, man, that was a little odd. I was like, wait a minute, like, so what's happening? So now we have to pay for ESPN Plus.
Plus Fight Pass, plus the pay-per-views. Somebody did the math for me, and it adds up just to be under $1,000 for everything for the whole year.
Wow.
That's my one issue with the ESPN deal. Sure, it's a great platform and everything, way better than Fox, but to fork out all that fucking money?
It's a lot of money.
I don't have that kind of cash.
I don't have that kind of cash either.
Oh, I do. I pay for everything.
Must be nice.
Well,
Oh, no. Like, I pay for everything. That's it. All I watch is that shit because that's all I can afford.
Right.
I feel you. Hell yeah.
I'd rather watch that than a lot of other shit.
So one fight that really stood out for me was the Joanne Calderwood.
Oh yeah, she looked good.
Oh,
JoJo, she's a boss.
She can grapple now. Like, people need to watch out.
She's definitely gotten some grappling skills under her.
And Ariane Lipski is a knockout, a flyweight knockout artist.
She's tough.
Violence Queen.
Yeah,
that's a damn awesome nickname.
Like, she's fucking tough. And then Joanne took her down, and then when she took her down, she was so
it was over.
To take down. Yeah, she was so scared to take down that she let JoJo just get in the stand up and just kind of mess her up.
Yeah.
Yep. JoJo just jabs, teeps.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and you can tell Ariane Lipski you can tell that she is a knockout artist because when she landed, when she started throwing, she was throwing heavy. But Joanne Calderwood, man,
chick's tough as nails.
I mean, the patience. I mean, she showed really good ring IQ, in that fight because she stayed out of the power of Ariana Lipski, and she implemented her own game plan, and it was genius.
I am so glad she's not forcing herself down to 115 anymore.
Yeah.
I've been a huge fan of hers, but man, she cannot keep doing 115. So 125, even before the division was made, she fought Valerie Letourneau.
Yeah.
She whooped her ass.
Yep, she beat up Valerie. She did. We know Valerie Letourneau just fought for the Bellator title.
Did she? I missed that fight. Did she? I missed the fight.
Yeah, McFarland beat her ass and submitted her.
McFarland's a boss.
Yeah, she's a boss. She's a beast. She's a beast, absolutely. But as far as flyweights, the other flyweight fight of the night.
By the way, while we're on flyweights, Jessica Eye is announced to be the next opponent for Valentina.
I am looking.
As much as I like Eye, I don't think she has what it takes to beat Val.
I'm so happy that fight's gonna happen because she's gonna.
Eye deserves it. So many people discredit her.
Yes.
But she fought at 135, and she is not a 35er.
Not at all. Like, not at all.
She was ranked number 1 in the world before the division was made.
Yes. Jessica
So, in my opinion, now she deserves to be number 2.
Well,
there's no way she beats Val, though.
I mean,
there's no way.
We know Valentina likes to keep it standing, guys. And Jessica Eye has really good boxing. We can't say she doesn't. And it's when we seen how Jessica Eye went on a bit of a scare, but when you Valentina can sometimes put a lot of pressure on her opponents. You know what I'm saying? And if Valentina pressures Jessica Eye like that, I mean, look at when Jessica Eye fought Miesha Tate. She pieced up Miesha Tate pretty bad.
But that power got to her.
Yeah.
And the grappling.
Yep. The power of
Just
Tate.
a heavier, stronger fighter.
Well, see, she's fighting somebody who's the same size as her now. Jessica Eye is strong.
She went on a 4-fight losing streak, but honestly, you could narrow it down to 3. She did not lose versus Bethe Correia.
No, she didn't. No. No. Taylor crazy. Taylor's funny.
She's nasty.
What happened to Bethe Correia, man?
I don't know.
She's right where she belongs. She never fought for a title.
Oh, God. Ronda even fucking knocked her ass out.
Ronda knocked out Bethe Correia. Oh, my God. And it was the most horrible striking I'd ever seen in my life.
That's what made it good.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, boy. But, I saw that where that's going to be announced. I'm ready to see what some people have to say about that because, I mean, they can't say Jessica Eye doesn't deserve it because she does.
She definitely does.
Right. But
here's what people are saying. She has 3 split decision wins in a row at 125. So she doesn't deserve a shot. Okay, then who is there?
She has wins. They're wins.
Right, she's the only one winning at the weight class consistently.
Yeah, and she just beat the number 3 girl in Caitlin Kuchigian or whatever.
Blonde fighter.
They were pushing Caitlin Chukagian so hard.
They do not like Eye for some reason.
Chukagian is going to be the backup if if Nico. They were gonna pull her in when Nico. I mean, it was just they want her to fight for the title so bad. They want Chukagian to fight for the title, and Jessica Eye came in there and said, "No, you're not taking my spot. This is my chance."
So I was on Jessica's Tapology page. I did not realize she was rumored to fight. Well, not rumored, but the fight was actually made to fight Sijara Eubanks for the number 1 contender.
Yes. Yep.
And then Eubanks said, "No, I'm going up."
Yep, she was going to fight. That fight was supposed to happen before, and it didn't happen. Eubanks.
I just checked that on Tapology. That was a recent fight that was announced, and I didn't even realize that.
Well, Eubanks the weight cut is just too much for Sijara Eubanks, and
she's a huge 125er.
Yeah, they said
she's going up to 35.
Yeah, she's going up to 35.
We'll see how she performs there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I think she'll be a top 10.
She's got to start from the bottom, though. She's got to start from the bottom. She
has not earned shit there.
She was somewhat at the top of the flyweight division.
She was considerably next in line for a title shot.
Yeah, but she couldn't make the weight. She just kept missing weight, man, and she looked like hell when she tried to make 125.
So I saw this point. Somebody wanted to see JoJo versus I.
That would be a good fight.
But the only issue is I mean, that would be a great fight for #1 contender, but JoJo really hasn't done much at 125 herself.
No, she hasn't. And you've got
she's 2-0, but she hasn't really beat anybody.
You've got girls that are lower ranked and not as known with more credentials. I mean, with more wins at 125 than that. So
Taylor, you said your girl's Paige. How about her versus JoJo?
I could see that. That'd be good.
I think JoJo a damn good fight.
I think, with JoJo's new grappling, I think she'd have.
JoJo would keep. I think JoJo would all she'd have to do is keep it on the feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She has enough grappling to keep it on the feet, and I think she just picks Paige apart.
Paige's grappling though looked a lot better.
Yeah, dude, but her stand up is not that good, man.
No, she relies on that one kick way too much.
You know, and to be honest, before Paige dropped her weight on Rachel Ostovich's elbow, and I think it may have broken her arm.
She was losing.
She was losing the fight.
She was getting taken down at will.
Yes, she was. And Rachel Ostovich popped her a few times with that wing and overhand right, man. And she was if a couple more of those, she probably would have knocked Paige out.
I mean, good for Paige.
Yeah, good for Paige Van Zandt. Yeah, because that was a good, solid submission win. Yep, that was a good, solid win. Good,
all's fair.
Yeah, absolutely. She needed that. She needed that big.
She did. So congrats. I can't say anything about that. It was a very fair fight. It was great. It was wonderful. The next fight I want to talk about, guys, and I have a little announcement to make, is that this guy will be stopping by No Filter MMA this coming weekend. Fellow North Carolinian Alan Crowder.
Yes,
by, guys.
There you go, BJ.
This is gonna be nice.
He's gonna have some things to say.
He's got a lot to say. Yeah, he's got a lot to say. First of all, everybody that's listening in the comment section, does my audio sound okay? Because I'm using headphones, and sometimes headphones can give out an echo. So to whoever's watching, to everyone that's watching, please let me know how the audio sounds. But Alan Crowder, congrats to Alan Crowder for one. I gained a lot of respect for Crowder in this fight because
he got cracked and he just stood there talking shit.
Dude, he stood toe to toe. Thanks, Reggie, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the feedback. He stood toe to toe with Greg Hardy, and I'm pretty sure he's watched some footage on Greg Hardy, and he's seen how hard Greg Hardy hits. And
I did not realize Crowder's record was actually that good.
His record, dude, he has a loss to Curtis Blades, but he went to war with Curtis Blades, bro.
Blades, wow, look at Blades.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude's a monster.
Yes, I know. So yeah, man, Alan Crowder, I was impressed, dude. I was impressed with him. He took those shots.
I wouldn't say I was impressed, but I wasn't not
did
impressed.
Fight a guy who was 3-0. I mean, he didn't fight a fucking world beater, but he did look good. He looked better than I thought. I thought Greg Hardy was going to walk through him.
I did too.
He stood right in front of him and was like, all right, let's bring it. And honestly was winning the fight even before the illegal knee.
Right. He took him down and controlled him.
But yeah, Greg Hardy impressed me too. His grappling was better.
He actually did, yes.
He was able to get up. I mean, and I think he just got frustrated. I think the frustration got to him, and he was just trying to get out of there as fast as he could.
You think so? See, I'm still iffy on that.
I think it was intentional, but I don't think it was intentional in like a mean-spirited way. I think it was just the heat of the moment. He was frustrated because he knew he was losing, and he was
trying to go for the finishing blow.
Yeah. He just lost it.
Yeah. I don't know if it was necessarily intentional.
No, so when he was doing it, you could tell he was trying to measure it. He was trying to wait for it, so he knew when to throw it. I think he just got a little over anxious, a little overexcited.
My one issue with Hardy is, besides me not liking him, was his cardio.
Yeah, he was exhausted after that first round.
Yeah, that's why I said that, that's why I said when they were on the ground, I said to myself and to my buddy that was watching with me, I said, this is a good game plan for Alan Crowder right here.
Right. As soon as they hit the ground, I'm like, it's over.
Yeah, like avoid the strikes, because 3-0 or 30-0, Greg Hardy can knock anyone out. He got some
bombs.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. He can knock anyone out. So,
Crowder's chin was fucking
absolutely.
Wow.
That guy is tough as nails. And
I thought he was done.
Me too, dude. I was like, Alan Crowder is gonna get knocked out, man. But when I seen him get amped up in round 2, man, like, when round 2 came along and he took a couple shots and he was like, come on, fuck, he told him, he was like, fucking hit me. He said, hit me, bitch.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Fucking awesome, dude. and then he backs Greg Hardy up with a flurry of punches, dude. It was fucking awesome.
I did not think the knee landed though, that flush.
It looked like it landed.
I mean, it landed, but it wasn't like.
Oh yeah,
it hit him. It like hit the hand and then went into the head. So it didn't have the full impact.
He's gonna stay down. Like he's gonna fucking stay down and get the DQ win. Like,
which was smart of him. I honestly thought he was gonna continue, but he definitely did the right thing.
Yeah, he did the right thing. Smart move.
I'm like, I hope he doesn't continue, but I think he will.
That's a veteran move by Alan Crowder.
Because a lot of fighters have so much pride in them, they don't want to go out like that. They don't want to get the win like that.
Right.
He's like, fuck if I care.
Unless you're Megan Anderson, and then you act like you want to win a championship.
You act like you done something. Yeah, exactly,
that's still funny. That's still funny.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, but we're gonna. But you know, to be honest, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not a fan of Greg Hardy. Like, I'm just.
Me either.
I'm not a fan of Greg Hardy, and I said, you know, before in previous videos, I said when Greg Hardy gets to the UFC and he gets to someone that can take those strikes and get his ass to the ground, that's going to change the whole course of the fight.
I agree, but I did not think it would be that soon.
Right. I didn't think it'd be that soon either. But as soon as I realized he was fighting Alan Crowder, I was like, okay, Alan Crowder's a solid dude. Like, I know who this guy is, for one, being from North Carolina, and for two, you know what I'm saying, seeing him on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series and other things like that. I've seen him in the past, and this guy is pretty tough. So I just had I had that feeling that, you know, that Crowder was going to come away somehow with the win, and that's exactly what happened.
Props to him.
Yeah. Yep. Props to him. Absolutely. Another fight that stood out, guys, to me was let me see here. Let me pull this thing up. I wrote it all down. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Donald Cerrone versus Alexander Hernandez.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Hernandez disappointed the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's why I went the exact opposite of how I thought it was gonna go.
Same.
I thought Crowder was gonna look for a takedown early, just because he didn't want to fuck around with the power, and then he just stood in front of Alex Hernandez and beat the shit out of him.
The fight went exactly like I thought it would for the first minute.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that Cerrone went for the they ended up on the ground a couple of times, but
Hernandez got up.
Yeah, but Cowboy was completely comfortable on the feet.
Cowboy pretty much just dominated the whole fight, except for like the first minute.
Yeah, he's getting hit and shit, and then I look up, and he's just tagging this kid. And the kid's bleeding, he's cut up.
I watched him get tagged with a couple big uppercuts early. I'm like, Hernandez has got this. I'm going to sit and talk for a little bit. Look up, and all of a sudden Hernandez is getting whooped.
Yeah, man. He got whooped.
I will say this. Cowboy's body kicks.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, that's exactly what I was going to point out.
We forced the bar to turn it on instead of basketball, and I was just sitting here. I'm just like, those kicks.
Man, those body kicks were absolutely vicious, man.
But what was Hernandez thinking? Clinching with Cowboy.
Dude, I don't know what.
Why would you clinch with a Muay Thai striker?
But you know, right before, I say about 30 seconds before the end of the fight, Cowboy was just setting. You could see him setting up the combination to end it with.
Yep.
You could see him setting up the strikes, the 1-2 and then the kick. You know what I'm saying? And he backed him up with the 1-2, and then he didn't throw the kick. And then he gauged it. I seen him gauge it again. And when he gauged it the second time, he landed that head kick, man. And it was just...
it wasn't even flush.
It wasn't even flush, yeah.
And just blocked it. And then he just wobbles to the ground.
Right, I'm like, he blocked it. He's fine. All of a sudden, he's on the ground. I'm like, what?
And it was because of... that's a testament to the power behind the Cowboys' kicks.
So when I first watched it, I thought it was an early stoppage. But then I rewatched the stoppage, and I figured out why I said it was early.
Why's that?
So when I thought it was an early stoppage, it was because he was turning back in, kind of like TJ was for that single leg and trying to stand back up.
Right.
I think it actually should have been stopped sooner after rewatching it, because he got pounded.
Yeah, Cowboy jumped on him and beat him up.
If you look at it the way I looked at it, where you're first watching it, you just see him turning back in and trying to get up. It does look like an early stoppage.
You think so? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
I don't think it anymore, but at first watch.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and check that out.
Yeah, because I rewatched it a couple times.
It was just okay. It was a good fight.
Cowboy just dominated him though, so the result would not have changed. So I don't see what the people's issue with my opinion was at first.
And Hernandez actually said that what he took away from that fight was that, he said what Cowboy Cerrone taught him was that he needs to learn how to fight.
Yeah, he thought it was going to be like Beneil Dariush, where he was just going to get in there, blast him quick, and he was going to be out of there. And then Cerrone taught him how to actually fight.
So I will say this: Cowboy's chin held the fuck up at 55.
No, he did.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it definitely did, guys. And I was shocked too because I was like, Cowboy had to cut that weight again, and he's getting tagged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's getting tagged. Because that's what happened. That's what happened to TJ. I think TJ just kind of got
the weight
tagged.
cut. Yep.
He got tagged He got tagged a couple times, and he was out of it. He was out of it. Before we get to TJ Henry, though,
yeah, we got a little bit yet.
Yeah, another one I want to talk about, guys, that was good was T. Edwards versus Dennis Bermudez.
That was actually a really good fight.
That was a really good fight.
I thought it was going to be over early when Bermudez got dropped.
Me too, dude. And I saw when he got dropped, dude. T. Edwards clipped him clean, dude. And when he dropped, I was like, man.
I will say this about T. Edwards, though. He still is not to be messed around with. He's 1-2 now in the UFC.
Yes.
Well, he's 0-2.
Is he 0-2?
Yeah, he's 0-2.
I thought he was 1-2. Yeah, I thought he had a fight that he won in the actual UFC.
Oh no, he's 0-2.
Okay.
Two decisions.
He's still though. He's not that bad of a fighter. Like he's got some hands. He's got some decent grappling.
I think he's in the wrong weight class.
Yeah, he should drop down.
I think he needs to go to 45, and then I think he'll have a lot.
Bermudez at 55 though. He was huge.
You could
what the fuck was he doing at 45?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, he looks big.
I saw him at weigh-ins. He looked like he hardly cut. I was like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, that was
shredded.
That was a really, really good fight. That was
good for Bermudez, though.
Yeah, good for Bermudez, absolutely. But the
go out on top.
But the grappling fight of the night, though, Gregor Gillespie versus Yancy
Gregor. Gregor is a beast.
What about the grappling, though? My goodness.
Yeah, dude is relentless. And he actually showed some hands for a little bit, too.
Yeah, he did.
He just didn't want to mess around on the feet with Yancy, which is smart.
Well, that was a jiu-jitsu clinic.
He started on the feet with all the wrestling and the takedowns, the lift drills that you practice over and over on the mat. Yeah. Then he took it to the mat, and it was all jiu-jitsu 101 and wrestling 101 from there.
Yeah. That was a great fight. I love a good grappling match, man. I really do.
I do like some grappling. Grappling is a very underestimated and underrated skill.
It is. And it drains. It really tests. It really tests the athlete's cardio when they get to the ground. Moving someone else's weight and carrying someone else's weight. I mean, that's pretty difficult when you've already been on the feet, striking and kicking and moving around. That's true. I'm pretty sure that's got to be rough. We can ask Greg Hardy about that.
Yeah.
Joseph Benavidez versus Dustin Ortiz, though.
I was hoping Ortiz could honestly come away with the upset, but
I just think Joseph Benavidez he just looked dominant to me, man. Like he looked hungry.
It's
I wouldn't say that.
He ever won.
Say what?
I wouldn't say really.
It's the first rematch he ever won because he lost to Dominic Cruz the second time, and he lost to someone else the second time.
DJ.
Yeah, DJ. Yeah, he's
Demetrius
the
Johnson.
First rematch he's actually won.
I wouldn't say he really looked hungry. He honestly, in my opinion, he did not look that great.
Really?
I don't think he really looked that great. I thought Ortiz looked better almost, except for Benavidez just has more skill, more strength.
Well, I thought he actually looked really, really good.
I thought Ortiz looked better.
Wow. I guess we're on the opposite side of the fence on that one. I was hoping that I was thinking, I hope Benavidez doesn't come out looking because he always looks bad on the scale, dude. He always looks bad.
He didn't look terrible this time.
He just looks real drained when he's on the scale. And I was
he always does.
I'm like, I hope he comes out,
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he is for that weight class. He's just short, but he's stopped.
How old is he?
He's got to be like 30 something.
He's gotta
be getting old.
Let me look that up real quick. But do you think he's next in line for a shot at Henry Cejudo?
If there's no rematch between TJ and Cejudo, Joe B should get the next shot.
But he's already got a win over Henry Cejudo.
Exactly. So if you think about it, that fight kind of sells a little bit.
Yeah. That's kind of like a Kat Zingano versus Amanda Nunes.
Right. Joe B got that win over him, a controversial win at that.
Let's see how old Joseph. He's 34 years old. Okay.
34. Okay.
He's 34 years old. So
he's been fighting for a while, though, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's been fighting for quite some time now. Good guy, very good guy. I'm ready. I'm hoping to see.
I just don't like his attitude.
He's a bit cocky.
Yeah, it's not even talk. It's just he types up on himself. I guess I don't know.
Hey man,
you got to do what you got to do, though.
You got to sell it. Right. You got to sell it. But what about how about Glover Teixeira though?
I ended up watching the highlights of that fight. That's the one I missed.
That was sick. I thought he was out when the kid was landing elbows and he dropped him.
Those elbows were almost all to the back of the head.
Oh,
they were
like 4 for sure.
Yes,
illegal.
They were definitely some elbows.
It didn't matter. Took him down, locked in the fucking choke, and that was it.
Glover's an animal on the ground.
Yes, he is. And a lot of people just noticed that last night. I mean, noticed that the other night, man. When he took that guy down, it was complete domination.
Oh, yeah.
Complete domination.
His biggest weakness is a good wrestler.
Who you talking about, Glover's?
Yes.
Yeah. But man, he looked good, man. Glover Teixeira he's a legend, dude.
Hey, dude, he's been around for a while and he's still racking up them wins.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about the potential matchup between McGregor and Cerrone?
It makes sense. I mean, if you don't make McGregor Cerrone, I want to see Al versus Cowboy, and if Tony doesn't get Khabib, I want to see Tony versus Dustin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because without Tony in the division, Dustin has by far earned a title shot.
Dustin Poirier?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But you got Tony, who's beyond earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Tony's just. I think they holding out on Tony, man.
I do too.
But
what happens if Khabib's suspended for such a long time? What do they got to do? Tony's your number one.
Have they still not made a decision on that yet?
Nope. According to Dana, there's nothing.
No.
Wow. Well, that's not holding up the division at all.
Right? And if Khabib is suspended, Dana says he's done with him. He's like, the division's moving on without him.
If he's suspended for a year, they're going to strip him. It just depends on if it's a 6 month, because it'll be retroactive, he'll be all right. But yeah, Dana said if it's a year, or if it's like 8 months to a year, he's just going to strip him.
As he should. He should. I think Connor's going to get the least suspension because he really didn't do too much. I mean, he did hit somebody.
Yeah, I mean, he was defending himself. They jumped him.
Right.
He didn't incite any of that.
He was sitting on the cage when all this started.
He was.
He was like, yeah, I lost, trying to catch his breath, and all of a sudden there was a mass breakout.
You're right.
You know, as much as I hate Dylan Dennis, that dude's got some balls.
He does, dude. Isn't that the guy that jumped in and punched Connor?
No.
Khabib jumped him.
Khabib, yeah, they called Khabib and told him to come out here, and Khabib jumped the cage.
Dennis actually punched Khabib. Probably didn't phase him or anything, but
that's the guy they dragged out.
If anybody, Dennis should be punished.
Yeah, who was the guy that jumped in and hit Connor?
Oh, that was Khabib. It's Khabib's cousin or his brother.
Was it his? Yeah, I was gonna say brother or cousin. I don't know.
All right, we got Coach Shelton Harrison from CSH Combat Sports in the building. What's up, man? How you doing? BJ giving heat. Love this talk. Thank you, man. Smash the like button, bro. Appreciate the love. But yeah, man. Now where does Justin Gaethje fit into this, dude? Like that's another thing. Like
rumors have him versus Barbosa.
Oh my god,
that's a fight I've been waiting for.
Dude, Edson Barboza's gonna knock him out, man.
Dude, someone's legs coming off.
Yep. And somebody's body will never be the same.
But I don't think Justin Gaethje will ever get a title shot because they know he's only fighting his UFC contract out and he's done. There's no reason in putting time and marking into him when he already said he's got 5 fights and he's done, no matter what.
You know, I feel like that might change if he got into a title picture.
I don't think it will because he doesn't want to fight. He's in it for the money. He wants to do social work. He has a degree in social work.
He says that, but he also says he doesn't care about brain damage at all either.
I don't think he does. Have you seen his style? He doesn't give a fuck.
Right, yeah, exactly. He straight up said it. He's like, I get hit.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to even try to get him in a title shot because they know he's done.
But I don't see him beating Barbosa.
I mean, Barbosa loses to fucking everyone. I can see him losing.
I mean,
Barbosa only loses to good wrestlers.
If Justin Gaethje can incorporate some of his wrestling, then maybe that could present a problem for Edson Barboza. But if Justin Gaethje tries to stand in the pocket and trade with Edson Barboza, like, come on, man.
I think he might just to prove that his leg kicks are better. I really think he might.
He might, yeah.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje's got some.
It was kind of like Aldo versus Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
But, dude, Edson Barboza has a nasty spinning heel kick, dude.
Oh, straight to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And that is kind of his weakness, though, is the body for Gaethje.
Oh, yeah. That's how Eddie got him. That's how Justin got him.
And even Vic tagged him before he got knocked the fuck out. Had to get that in there, though. He did get knocked the fuck out.
All that shit to get knocked out in a minute.
Right.
Oh, my God, man.
Vic's too big. I follow Vic on Facebook. All he's doing is hunting. He talks nothing about MMA.
No, he doesn't, dude, because he's still rattled from Justin Gaethje knocking him out, man.
Yeah. He's still questioning his career.
Do I want to do this?
Do I really want to do this? I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, the guy I said was the Homer Simpson who doesn't hit hard, who doesn't do this, who isn't elite, knocked me out with one fucking punch.
I wouldn't say he never hits hard.
No, that's what James said.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know why he would say that.
Because he's a piece of shit. Everybody's ducking me. Everybody in the top 10 is ducking me. Gets a top 6 fighter, gets knocked out in a minute. Fucking see you later, bud.
Right. Bye-bye.
Don't ever come at me with this bullshit that no one wants to fight you. You had the fight you wanted. The guy that would have fit your style the best. You're rangy, you keep it at distance, and you fuck him up like everyone, like Justin and or like Dustin and Eddie did. And instead, you get your ass beat.
Right.
Jesus, boy. Oof. It's that heat. So okay, boys, I got a question I want to ask you guys. What is next? Who does Greg Hardy fight next?
I don't even know where to start.
I have no idea. No idea.
He doesn't deserve a name. I thought they might give him like a top 25 guy if he won. But now, I don't even know. Dana says he's going to keep him for now, but I don't know.
I think he's Dana's boy.
Pretty much. I think Hardy does deserve more. He did show some decent shit, but not like Dana wanted to, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Dana wanted him to win.
Oh,
yes. Dana wanted him to win.
I kind of hoped he did win, though, in a sense. Just so he could get pushed so fast and thrown to the wolves.
He'd get knocked the fuck out.
But he did lose, so I'm okay with that. And he was losing. I just didn't want to see him lose by that way.
Dude, it was nice, man.
As soon as he got DQ'd, I started laughing.
Brian, what's up, man? Got the comment section rolling. All right, let's see what this says. See what Coach says. I got one question. BJ, is Nico returning? Gaethje is crazy. LOL. I like him though. Is Nico returning? Oh boy.
Of course she is. I mean, what kind of question's that?
I'm gonna because I follow her on Instagram and she's not training a lot.
Is she? No. I think she might. I don't know. She does have those health issues.
So I don't know. I think she'll come back, but she'll never be close to getting a title again.
No, because I don't think she'll be that active.
I think Nico Montano is. I think that it was a mental thing.
With
Nico Montano.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I think she mentally, because winning the Ultimate Fighter and becoming that first champion, that
should give you a mental boost.
Yeah, but it's sprung. You know, Nico coming from such a small community and coming from, you know, living on a reservation and living off the earth and being who she is, you know, and then she goes to the Ultimate Fighter and is the dead last ranked seed, and then she comes out on top and wins the belt and becomes the champion. I think it kind of boosted her, you know, into the, you know, the boost into the spotlight may have been a detriment to Nico Montano. I think, you know, so I think Nico maybe wanted to take a break, you know, and get back to being who she is, you know, get back to her roots, her native roots, and, you know,
I think she does need to find herself again.
Yes, I think she needs to find that fighter that's inside of her, because to be honest, guys, on the Ultimate Fighter, Nico Montano was a complete fucking beast.
Because she was the lowest seed, she had to prove something.
Right.
And it motivated her.
She made weight 3 times in
right.
10 or 11 weeks, then has a full camp and misses. Like what? Yeah. Something happened, because when me and BJ interviewed her coach didn't indicate anything. So everything was fine. She was fucking good. She was on point. Everything was going fantastic. And then weigh-in day came, and everything was fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, because I was gonna say me and Taylor interviewed the coach, you know, on fight week. I don't know how the fuck we looked up and got that interview, but we did. And and it's everything. And we were definitely me and Taylor were behind Nico. We were rooting for Nico, most definitely. And I was looking forward to seeing the actual fight. You know what I'm saying? So, Coach Brian, I'm gonna get to you in just 1 second. When we talk about that fight, Brian, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Shelton Harrison says, so who do they match her up with if she comes back? The person I've been saying that she should fight if she comes back should either have been Jessica Ai, or it should be Katlyn Chookagian.
See, I was gonna say Katlyn.
I was gonna say she does deserve somebody in the top 10.
Absolutely, 100%. She deserves to fight someone that's higher ranked. I think she should fight Chookagian. Well, we know Ai is close to the title shot at the moment, so why not put her in there with Chookagian? Chookagian just lost the #1 contender fight. That's a good starting place for Nico. It's a tough fight for Nico, but it's a starting point for Nico. You know, I think she should call out Chookagian.
She just needs to find what motivates her again.
Right. Because, dude, I'm telling you, it was a wild prediction. It was a wild thought of mine, but I for some reason, with the styles between her and Valentina, you know, it was just the style matchup. It doesn't matter.
Definitely. Styles make fights.
It wasn't, you know, what they've, you know, the assumption that I made saying that Nico could win the fight it wasn't because of who they were. It was the style of fight that they fight, you know, and Nico coming forward, you know, like a Mack truck with her, because she puts lots of pressure on her opponents. It would have made, and with Valentina's counter striking, it would have made a damn good matchup.
They were both bad matchups for each other.
Right. Exactly. They were both bad matchups for each other. That's what would have made it an interesting fight. So, I hope that answers your question, Coach, because that's the best I got, man.
That's not easy to answer.
He said, "I'll do a video on her mental health issues. Valentina is on another mental level." Absolutely agree with that, 100%.
Val doesn't really even let trash talk get to her.
No, she doesn't. No, Valentina speaks the truth. When someone throws an accusation at Valentina, she clears that shit up. She clears the air, and she's good to go. She's focused more on the fighting aspect of the game versus the trash talking. And Nico did kind of go to the trash talking portion of it, which I think was a little petty on her part, but you know, I just think that Nico really should reinvent herself.
I mean, she wanted to sell a little bit.
Right.
She wanted that money. Can't blame her.
And she still got paid, so she didn't even fight, and she still got paid.
Hell yeah. That's all it takes.
It is what it is. But dude, like we've said before, the flyweight division is moving. Now we have a new rising contender, that Joanne Calderwood, which is, I wouldn't call her a rising contender, but
she could be.
She could be, right up there with the rest of them.
What was she ranked going into the fight?
I think she was like 11 or something.
It was 11, yeah.
Was it? Okay. So she's now in the top 10.
Yes. Coach says Nico's kind of limited but tough. Nico can't compete technically, but Nico never let her toughness try to win the fight.
Right. Nico is tough. I'll give her that.
Right. Yeah.
No, but if we're on JoJo, she deserves a top 10. She's in the top 10. She said if she would have finished the fight, she would have called out I for a number 1 contender fight.
Ooh, I don't think so.
She didn't get the finish, so she did not name I in the call out. She says, I'm not going to. I think she should fight Paige.
That would be a good match. So if Montana De La Rosa finishes
or Lauren Murphy.
How does De La Rosa fit in that? If she beats Nadia Kassem, that'll be 3. She's be 3-0 in the division. What is that?
She's got to be up in the top echelon. Like, who else is there for her to fight if she wins? Yeah. Besides the champ. That's why I was kind of waiting to see if they would make anything with but MMA Junkie reported that, so that's kind of, take that. Yeah, MMA Junkie doesn't really report false shit.
True.
So take it for what it's worth, but if it is official, exactly what you said, what do you do with her?
With Montana De La Rosa?
Yes.
Oh,
division's starting to get interesting.
It is starting to get interesting.
It all comes down to the UFC, like how fast they're trying to push De La Rosa. Try and push her fast, or give her a top 2 or 3 or 5 person. If not, she does. Keep her down between 7 to 10. Let her get a little more experience and build her up a little bit, and then let her come out. It just depends what the UFC has planned.
Yeah, it all depends. My issue is here with Paige. She says she wants to take more time off to develop her skills. Like, bitch, you just took a year off.
Yeah.
Why do you think you deserve more time?
Yeah, she did say that. Yeah.
She's got to help her husband because he's not good either.
Not really.
So if De La Rosa beats Kassem, it would be interesting if they put Joanne Calderwood versus.
Yeah, you could push JoJo way up there because she was a top 10 at 115 as well.
And if she beats Montana De La Rosa, then that's a solid win.
Yeah.
That's a solid win for Joanne Calderwood. So
right.
That'd
be an interesting matchup.
That would be an interesting matchup. But I was really hoping, like I said, man, to see Antonina versus Montana De La Rosa. God, that would be
Antonina versus JoJo.
Ooh.
Muay Thai 101.
101. What a fight. Dude, I'm telling you, flyweight is where it's at right now.
Dude, that division, like I said, that division's starting to get there. It's getting interesting.
It's getting there, yeah. It's definitely
it really is. It's developed a lot faster than 35 did. Like 15, it's just since Joanna's like third defense when Rose was coming up, Jessica Andrade came over. That's just been getting better and better ever since.
Right. The women's are starting to get some notice on them.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, they're putting on great fights. It's a lot of course, where there's women, there's drama. So there's a lot of drama surrounding the women's divisions too, man. So that's bringing a lot of attention to it, especially with Amanda Nunes, Cyborg, Megan Anderson, all that stuff. And then you got Valentina and Joanna and all Nico, that whole mess going on. And then now you have Jessica Andrade knocking females out at 115, and you got
crazy.
Rose, people calling Rose scared, and Tatiana Suarez beating up and mauling people. So it's just a lot of things to talk about when it comes to the women, and I'm glad we got a card the other night with 2 flyweight fights on it. So that's really good for the division. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, let's get to Henry Cejudo versus TJ Dillashaw. Now, y'all, I want to hear y'all thoughts on this fight before I say what I had to say.
What are you looking for?
I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys are you with TJ or are you not with TJ?
No, not with him at all.
Henry Cejudo beat him in 32 seconds. And yeah,
what can you argue?
They're saying like, well, I was trying to get a single, like, awesome, defend yourself. You weren't.
Right, you reached for you just reached, like, you got to just dove at it.
I have no problem with the stoppage. TJ and Dana can say whatever the fuck they want, but the fact is, bud, you got destroyed in 32 seconds.
Dana's only saying this because he paid TJ hella good to go down and whoop Cejudo's ass.
To get rid of the division.
Yeah, now, I mean, he still could, but there'd be so much uproar if he did, just because Henry should have won that fight in 32 seconds. It's not like he squeaked by with a decision, or like a split decision, or had a point taken away that affected the score. 32 seconds is 32 seconds.
So how about Cejudo, though? You could instantly argue that status of how good he is after beating DJ and TJ back-to-back.
Yes, he did.
That's finishing TJ.
Right. Do you think there should be a rematch between the two? But at 135?
I don't think Henry Cejudo has anything else to prove.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch at 135, but I think the result's still the same.
I think they should each defend their title once and then fight each other.
Okay. So you think TJ should sit and then let the winner of Moraes Assunção get the title shot?
Yeah, defend that.
And then Cejudo versus Joe B.
Yeah, and then have the winners, and then if they both win, have them go to 35. You just can't hold. You can't hold two divisions up with two.
Yeah, I get it.
Champ versus champion fights. Especially, I mean, it's cool that Henry defended that title though, because no one thought he was going to, and he defended.
He says he wants to. Right, he says he wants to defend it again, or he said he'd gladly go up and take the belt at 35. He says whatever Dana wants, I'm there.
Dude, but shout out to Henry Cejudo's striking coach.
Fuck yeah. Oh, dude, his striking is ridiculous from where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says he doesn't have power.
Yeah, right.
He fucking dropped TJ with a head kick that was blocked.
A blocked head kick, dude, knocked him down. But it looked like TJ stumbled. It didn't look like Henry punched him when he fell. It looks like
Cejudo didn't do. Cejudo kind of just shoved him down.
Yeah,
and then TJ kind of stumbled over and then got tagged from there.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like the ending sequence was kind of weird.
It was
kind of weird, because I was like, wait a minute, he didn't even punch him. He didn't do anything.
I still don't even know, like, really. I mean, I do, but I don't know what kind of dropped him and hurt him.
Yeah, no,
I do think that shove kind of hurt him though. He kind of fell back kind of hard. And
yeah, he did. Yeah, something was up with that. Something was definitely up with that.
He was too depleted. I said it going in, and like he won't have issues making weight. He just won't be the same fighter at 125.
Yeah, dude, because he got hit one time. Because I mean, he probably weighed about what, $130, He probably weighed
$135
when he walked into the cage. Yeah. But when he fights at bantamweight, he weighs in at 135. He's probably
145, 150.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, he did not look bad going into the cage. It was just...
Right. It was on the scale. It was horrible.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what... I mean,
I'm glad TJ was professional and made weight, but the way he acted after the fight was like, come on.
It was stolen from me. Like, you were trying to steal his title. What the fuck?
Right. You lost, Ference. I needed an immediate rematch at 125.
Called yourself an assassin and said you were going to destroy the division, and now you're butthurt that it was.
And Cejudo's like, I'm going to resurrect the division, and he fucking
he did it, dude. He did it.
I mean, never 125. You cannot say it has never been more alive than it is now.
It was like people were mad at Cejudo for, TJ was mad at Cejudo for being happy that he done what he done.
Right.
I mean, you can't be upset. The guy
you just beat one of the greatest 135ers on earth.
Right, dude. Like how it wasn't like TJ was in any position to win that fight after he took those punches. Like TJ was completely out. He wasn't completely out, but he was out.
He was not there.
He wasn't there.
Yeah. He had no idea where he was at.
Yeah, dude.
He tried to elbow the referee when he pulled him off.
Yeah, I know.
What was the ref? Kevin McDonald?
So I don't remember who it was, but yeah, he tried.
I think it was him. Props to the ref though for stopping that when it was. That was a great stoppage.
Yeah. I'm happy for that. So we got some interesting stuff coming up, guys. Some interesting fights coming on. We got Thiago on ESPN Plus. What is this? Let's see.
That's right. Thiago Santos is fighting Jan Blachowicz soon.
Yeah, that's just gonna be wild.
Let's see.
It's either Thiago by KO or Jan by sub.
What's the next one? Is it the next one? UFC 233, right?
I think it's in early February. So
well, it says January 29th.
Oh, does it? Huh.
Yeah, Saturday. I thought I heard 26th.
Okay, I thought I heard February 2nd or something was the next card.
Let's see what we got.
I don't know.
Yeah, it says Saturday, January 26th.
Oh, right. Was that a pay-per-view or is that just a fight night?
I don't know. It's
a
not...
fight night. The next pay-per-view is not till February 9th.
Okay.
I don't know why it says that. But
what's the next fight night?
It's the fight night 144. Marlon Moraes versus Rafael Sunsao.
Let's go with Sunsao.
Fuck no, come on.
Yeah. But Sunsao.
I
think Sunsao's grappling might be too much.
Then we have for the featherweight co-main Jose Aldo versus Renato Moicano.
I'm nervous for that fight.
We have Charles Oliveira versus David Tamer.
Ooh. Yikes.
I like Tamer.
Then we have
is that the good Tamer or is that the shitty one? Because there's one at 45 and 55, I think.
So I think
there's a good one and a bad one.
Yeah, David Tamer is the good one. It's Daniel.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah. Then we have Damian Maia versus Lyman Good.
Oh, I didn't know Damian Maia was fighting.
Yeah, Damian Maia.
I hope Maia wins and leaves.
Huh.
Yeah, we got Thiago Alves. You think Damian Maia will retire?
I hope so. He doesn't have much left. I mean,
he's taking a lot of damage too. In his last recent fights, he's taking some damage. So yeah, it might be about time for Damian Maia. Damian Maia didn't evolve with the time.
Never did.
Yeah, so I mean, I think his best days are behind him. But I mean, he's been to the top. He's been at the bottom.
He's top to 2 divisions.
Right. What else does Damian Maia really have to prove? So I mean,
title, know, but he's not going to get that.
Right. We know he's one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners ever. So I mean, it is what it is. We also have Thiago Alves versus Max Griffin. I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh, Max Griffin's going to KO him.
So yeah, that kid's a monster.
Max is tough.
What do you guys think about Said Nurmagomedov?
I don't know. I know he's got the same last name as Khabib.
I've seen him fight once.
Yeah, I haven't seen him fight at all.
He's fighting Ricardo Ramos, and they have the same record.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know who that is either, but
I hate to say that.
I do too, but I did see his first fight in the UFC, and it was pretty good. Said Nurmagomedov.
I don't know if I did or not.
I remember them saying he's kind of related to Khabib, but he's not.
Like cousins or something.
Yeah, something weird.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, we got some good stuff coming up, guys. I'm just
definitely.
Let's hope. Well, it seems like all the fight nights are going to be on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, there's I think 4 free cards this year not on ESPN Plus.
That's gonna suck.
Only 4 regular fight nights on ESPN.
Makes you miss Fox, doesn't it?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, ESPN is the better platform.
Yeah, but you
want to grow. Yep.
Jesus Christ, they're gonna lose a lot. They're gonna lose a lot of fans.
They're gonna gain, but lose a lot.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yes, I mean, I think the UFC was doing just fine on Fox, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Hurting for money.
You think so?
Yep.
Well, hopefully they'll get. Hopefully they'll
after they sold the UFC, they've kind of gone downhill.
Well, we'll see. We got Paige Van Zandt back. She's the next. She's the next Ronda Rousey. So
pretty much.
That's what
big money.
That's what everybody was saying. Oh, she's the next Ronda Rousey.
People are saying they want Shev. They're just gonna push Shev to break Ronda's title defense. It's like, come on.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they want Shev.
I think Shevchenko will probably. She might defend her title a few times, but I feel like somebody's gonna sub her.
I don't know. I think she just might retire. What else does she have besides a champ fight at 135?
Yeah. I think she wants that third Amanda Nunes shot.
You could argue the first and the second fight a draw or either of them winning.
Well, I think that if I think she's waiting. I think she wants to rule the division until Antonina works her way up.
She might honestly even do a champ at what for 115, 125, depending on who's champ. If it's Rose, I don't think she wants to do a champ because those two are really good friends and they train together all the time.
Yeah,
I don't think that she wants to. I think if Antonina gets in title contention,
I think she might.
I think that Valentina will jump back up to 135,
possibly.
But if Andrade beats Rose and wants to fight Valentina,
that might be a possibility.
Ooh,
after a title defense, though, Andrade will have to defend the title, though. Yeah, I guarantee you they won't just make her. No, and you might see Joanna go back down to fight Andrade.
I mean, Joanna could get a title shot after that. I mean, she kind of could. You know, I think she'd have to. They might make her fight Tatiana Suarez, though.
Oh, Tatiana's going to be a champ one day.
She's going to be a champ one day. It's interesting to see what's going to happen at 115, too. I did see a video, guys. I didn't know if you guys saw this. A video of Brock Lesnar grappling.
Yeah, I saw it. He was wrestling with Gable Stevenson, Minnesota's new top-tier heavyweight.
Saying that he could be possibly training for the DC fight.
No.
I don't care. I'll wait till they announce it. I just don't expect him to fight at all.
I'm not getting my hopes up anymore. I did once and then it's delayed, and now I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not really.
DC did say, though, if Brock's not ready to go, he will fight Stipe.
Well, it's going to be crazy to see how that fight goes.
But can you believe DC? There's the thing. Mr. I will defend my light heavyweight belt again.
Yeah, you can't. You don't really know what's going to come.
You can't really believe a lot of fighters, to be honest.
DC says things before it's even been approved, or you know what I'm saying,
right?
Yeah. Before it's even been brought to the table. You know.
And then what if Kane beats Ngannou? DC, he's not going to fight Kane.
Well, I don't think that.
And they might try to give Kane a title shot.
Well, I don't think that. If beating Ngannou, I don't think that really grants him a title.
No, I don't think so either. But it's the UFC, and they like to push people. And Kane was a former champ.
I think DC will retire, and they'll have a vacant belt fight. I don't think he'll fight Kane, man.
He won't fight Kane.
He said it too many times that he's not going to fight.
That is the one thing I will believe from DC.
Yeah, that's true.
But here's the question: who's better, DC or Kane? I personally think DC's better.
I think DC's better too, but Kane could knock DC out though.
Yeah, definitely. DC's kind of chinny.
Yes,
DC is by far the more accomplished wrestler.
Absolutely,
right.
Absolutely.
And DC likes to say Kane's the better fighter.
Yeah,
because he's loyal.
Right.
Loyal. He's either two things. Either he's really loyal or he's just scared of that ass whooping.
True. And we will never find out.
We'll never find that out. Nope.
Wish we could. Prime Kane versus Prime DC.
DC, oof.
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Well, I do have to give a shout out to my boy Brian O'Valley. He did predict that Cejudo would beat TJ Dillashaw. He wanted me to shout him out on the live stream. So Brian,
I predicted Cejudo would win by decision, but
I predicted Cejudo would win too, man. I didn't know how he would win, but
I did not see it happening like that.
I had TJ. I'll be honest. I had TJ in the second round.
You did. He said TJ.
Did you guys see the meme?
Yeah, he came out and got his.
Which meme with the TJ head on the plate or whatever, and Cejudo holding the salt?
No.
I saw that shit earlier. She was hilarious.
No, the one with Max Holloway.
No.
Oh, when he said he was gonna be a triple champ or some shit.
Gonna have to send that shit to me or some shit. I haven't seen it.
Yes, dude. It's a video. It's a picture of Max Holloway with his head back laughing, and the caption says, and he said he'd be a triple champ.
He was crazy to think he could beat Max.
Yeah, dude, he can't beat Max. Max would kill him in there, dude. Especially with that chin. With that chin, Max would kill him.
Chin is very chinny.
Max Holloway is almost 6 feet tall. You're 5'4". You're gonna go in there and beat him. Yeah.
So I will say this: I think if Moraes beats a Sunsao, I think Moraes could beat TJ. But if a Sunsao wins, but if a Sunsao wins, he does not beat TJ again.
No.
It's just I think a Sunsao does not beat TJ. I don't see it happening.
I think
we've seen the fight.
I think a Sunsao beats Cody Garbrandt though.
Ooh, possibly.
Yeah, I think he possibly. If Cody Garbrandt wins the fight that he's got lined up,
I think he does.
And then a Sunsao wins.
Pedro Munhoz isn't a joke, but
I can't say I know. I might have to go watch some film on Pedro. I don't know much about him.
Honestly, and I don't know how Cody is coming into this mentally, having lost to TJ twice.
Is he ready to look past it and improve and look for the next big title shot, or is he just I want TJ?
So we'll find out.
He better be careful because he's looking a little chinny too.
I don't know. I just think TJ's striking was too crisp for him. He just loaded up and.
I think Cody got a little overzealous in there with TJ Dillashaw, and both times he got a little happy and thought he was going to finish.
Same punch.
Mm-hmm. He landed the right hook like 4 times in a row on TJ in the second, or on Cody in the second fight.
Yep, that's exactly what he did. It was nasty. It was gross.
Cody just
Cody's eyes when he hit him, dude. His eyes were like swimming all over his head. It was crazy. It was
rolling back and forth.
It was a true knockout. It was close. No, nothing's close to Ngannou Overeem. Jesus.
Oh. His head went.
That was awful. And he did the neck weights to avoid the knockout before that fight. And he got brutally knocked out.
A brutality.
It was crazy because I remember Overeem showing footage of him with the weights hanging from his neck.
When is Kane versus Ngannou?
I don't know when that is.
Is that the 4th ESPN card?
Let's see. Vasquez versus Francis Ngannou. When is that? February 17th.
Okay, not too far. About a month.
UFC on ESPN. I guess this is one of the free cards.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't say ESPN Plus. So
good.
February 17th. We got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. We got to cover this. We got to cover that Bellator card, most definitely.
I'm down.
Yeah, we got to watch that.
Down to cover whatever, whenever.
Heck yeah, absolutely. Well, shit, guys, that's it. That's all we got for today. Just a quick cover of that fight, man. I mean, that fight night was good. It was a good.
It was a great card.
It
really was.
ESPN made it a little odd with switching back and forth from this.
It did,
but it is what it is. I mean, it was still a good card.
Gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I mean, we're not gonna stop watching the UFC because they're on.
No. We'll just find different ways. We'll find different ways.
We'll find different ways, absolutely. But I'm gonna be tuned into that Bellator card, guys. Once again, all the people watching, thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate your activity in the live chat tonight. Like I said, we do have Alan Crowder coming and joining us this weekend, guys. So make sure you guys tune into that. He's coming off a fresh win off of Greg Hardy. So let's show Alan Crowder some love when he comes in, guys.
Let's go, Alan Crowder.
Absolutely. Well, that's it, guys. No Filter MMA, MMA Freaks, and One Up MMA is out of here. Subscribe and follow. Peace out.
See ya.